I'm tuning into Sims Bookshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be reviewing The Temptation of Magic by Megan Scott. And you know what? I really did enjoy this book a whole lot. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting when I was getting into the book. And I think it was a slow burn, enemies to lovers. But I think what I appreciated the most was how enriching it was. So the main premise is you have Nicole, and she is studying art and art history. And the reason she's doing it is because she's looking for clues that her mother, who died, she's looking for clues on the whole secret behind the council. You know, the wake, this order that kind of governs all the supernaturals and keeps them all in line. And what do they have? They have these beings called Imperials, who are the ultimate hunter. So Imperials, when they are hunting someone that they are deemed ready to kill, their body, their physiology changes to match that of the perfect hunter of the prey. So they are the ultimate killers. And I really liked that element of the story. And I really love this art history because as I was reading the book, when I was done reading the book or when I was done reading a certain segment, chapter, any art piece that was mentioned, I'm like, I want to see what this art piece is all about. I would end up Googling it and doing a little bit of research on my own. So it was really enriching for me. I really did enjoy that art history aspect. I did have to take a gen ed in college that was similar to art history. So I do like art. I'm just not like, it's not something I study. It's just something I appreciate. And it's going like that involved in the art pieces, even in the novel. You know, they do talk about the art pieces and the history about them, and it was just so enriching. And the thing is, it didn't feel out of place. It went with the story, you know, and like that's what I mean by like it was enriching. Like it was an enriching novel, these art pieces that have a lot of history, and the fact that Scott is adding this supernatural element to this is just, it was really well done. Honestly, it was so well done, and I really like that element of it. I really do. I know I'm repeating myself, but it was a really cool element to the story, and it wasn't something I've seen before. And it was very much, you know, Dark Academia, Supernatural, the TV show. It was very much kind of Vampire Diaries vibes as well. So if you, including, you know, Dark Academia and Vampire Diaries and Supernatural, all of these three fandoms together, this is what you get. And you have this art history conspiracy, and it was very involved, but it flowed. And I love that rising tension between Nicole and Kyan. I do think the whole fated mate trope is a little overplayed. I do. I feel like lately it's my issue with it is just that I think it's overplayed, honestly. However, that being said, I think Scott did something different with it, with her storytelling, and in the way she developed the relationship between these two characters. And the way that she developed the Imperials themselves as a supernatural species. So I do think that there is an element of freshness to it that kept me from rolling my eyes. Because whenever I see the fated mate trope, I'm like, oh god, here we go again. That's really my biggest gripe with that trope. It's become so overplayed lately. And I think that's mainly because a fae is trending right now in fantasy, in romantasy, whichever one you want to use. The whole fae thing element is trending. So that trope is kind of trending. And I don't think every single story needs it. But if you're going to do it, if you're going to use it, be like Scott and be unique about it. And she added a freshness to this dynamic between Nicole and Kyan. And I really liked the rising tension because he does not know what she is because she's also half seer. And unlike most Imperials, she has that second ability. Most Imperials don't. They are an Imperial and that's it. She's more. You know? I don't want to say like, oh, she's the chosen one kind of trope, because that one's also overplayed. But the fact that she's more keeps them guessing what she is. And you also see this attraction build between them, along with her inner resentment, because her mother was an Imperial, but it was another Imperial that killed her mother. I really enjoyed that rising tension between them. And I loved their internal narrative of these two characters and everything that they're going through. And Nicole's, oh gosh, she's going through a lot. I mean, she's so close to discovering the Wake's secret. She's so close to, really avenging her mother's death. But she's still so far away. And then she meets Kyan, who's kind of there on the Wake's orders to hunt a killer in her midst. And she has to play a dangerous balancing game of doing this, but also being his partner, but not letting him close. And then she's building the attraction between them. A lot of sexual tension. I do like that rising tension. I did enjoy the story. I am excited to see where it's going to go. And again, I really, really love that art history aspect of the story. It was very enriching for me, and it really added to that dark academia atmosphere. I mean, I felt immersed in the story. I mean, Scott did a phenomenal job with just setting a scene and showing and not telling, but really making it subversive and creating this underground world where all the supernatural creatures exist, like Nicole and her family. And it was engaging. It felt new. It felt fresh. And I really did enjoy that. So I have to give this book 4 out of 5 stars. On that note, thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.